So here are the instructions for first turning your PDF into an image and then importing that image so that it is the test in Schoology. So if you go to your documents or wherever you might have your test saved, and I'm going to use this one since it's a PDF file. So when you open your PDF and it takes you to Adobe, we are going to export. So you want to go over here to export PDF, and then remember we want it to become an image. And this is fine. You can leave it a JPEG that is compatible with Schoology, so you don't need to change that. And then you just click export. And then the screen just asks you where you want to save it. So if you want to save it in one of the default folders that's here, or you can choose a different folder, wherever it is that you feel like you're going to remember where you put it. Since it's an image, I'm going to put mine here, and let's see, I'm going to call it PDF test, say chapter 1. So that might be a good idea to label it whatever test it actually is for your class. So now it's saved as an image. So my second step is going to be to put it into my Schoology quiz. Now remember, right now before you have your courses, you can add your test or quiz here in resources. It's not going to have all of the exact same capabilities, but you'll be able to add those once you put it in your course. But just so it looks the same as it did yesterday, when you go to add test or quiz, and I'm going to name it my quiz. I'm going to click create, and you can always go back and change any of that if you change your mind or you need to fix something. So this is where you'd add your question choices. That's going to be multiple choice if that's what the test is. But the settings is where we're going to add that test, the actual PDF, so the students can see the questions. Now you can add directions here. So work on paper, choose the correct answer for each. Whatever you want that to look like for your students. You can use this just like a word processor, basically. And then the insert content button is how we get the test actually in there. So I'm going to insert an image because that's what we made the PDF file. And it's just like attaching a file to an email. It's going to ask you to attach it, and then you're going to have to go find it. Remember, I saved it in my pictures, and I had named it PDF chapter 1 test. It has 2 pages, so I'm going to get page 1 there, and then I'm going to go ahead back and I'm going to grab page 2, so that way in case you have a 2-page test. And then remember, these were all the other settings we talked about. You can always change them anytime you need to. Just remember to click save. And let's make sure we have a question. Let's see. And let's see, that's the correct one. We're going to create question. See this red? Always warn you if you didn't do what you need to do in order to create it. And then if you want to see what it looks like to your students, they're going to scroll down through the test. They're going to say start new attempt. And then remember, you just have to train them in order to see the test the whole time to show instructions. And that way those questions will be visible to them the entire time while they have access to the multiple choice questions. And once they answer, their submit button will turn blue and they'll be able to submit those. The teacher view doesn't really allow you to actually submit answers, but the students will actually be able to do that. And then if they wanted it to go away, they could simply click show instructions and it will minimize. So there you go.